I'm Jay and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, we talk about all things lifestyle, health, and wellness. So for all my new subscribers, or if this is your first time watching one of my videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you stay up to date when I post new content. Also, I need everybody to follow me on Instagram. I still barely have any followers. I don't know why. Again, I mentioned this in a video a while back. I think Instagram is hating. Like I could just not get to over 1,500 followers. I don't know. But anyway, follow me on IG. My name is below. So let's jump right on in. So it's been a minute since I've done a video. And if you follow my channel, then you know I typically record videos in my apartment, but this is not my apartment. This is the Chateau Suite at Hotel Rebel. Today's episode, we're gonna be talking about all things self-care. And those that know me, or if you follow the channel, one thing that I like to do for myself is to get boutique luxury hotels and do like a little staycation and stay there for 2 or 3 days just to change up my scenery, get some rest, eliminate distractions. That's just kind of one of my self-care things that I like to do. And so anyway, it's been a minute since I've been able to do that. And so this hotel is actually not that far from my house, but it's called Hotel Rebel and it's so cute. You can't really see everything, but it got a balcony. These shades go up and it's floor to ceiling windows, a separate room, walk-in shower. It's nice. I'm gonna insert a little clip for y'all of when I first checked in so y'all can see what I'm talking about. To just take a minute to talk a little bit about self-care because we are going to go into the holidays and everybody is hopefully or more than likely going to be around friends and family and just people in general. And I just want to take a minute to remind everybody to prioritize yourself because life is crazy right now. If you just look at the world right now, is wars going on, inflation, everything. Life is just getting unaffordable, and it's just the general up and down and woes of life. And so it's easy to just, when you're in survival mode and you're just trying to make it and you're just trying to keep your head on straight, it's easy to forget to take care of you. And it's simple things. It don't have to be luxury hotels like me. This is what I like to do, but I'm gonna talk a little bit about just general self-care things that are free that you can just put into practice every single day to remind yourself to prioritize you because you're important. And if you don't fill your own cup in some type of way, then you can't pour out of your cup for others when you are trying to be there for friends and family and things like that. So it's important to prioritize you. That's just my reminder because otherwise we'll lose our minds. So first things first, what is self-care? Sometimes people think of self-care as, oh, I'm drinking my water, excuse me, I'm working out, I'm this, I'm that. That is self-care, but it can be bigger than that. You know, self-care is taking a break when things get overwhelming. For me, I knew it was time for me to take a break because I'm in a flare of my autoimmune disorder right now, and it's just honestly pissing me off. And so I'm just like, you know what? I'm feeling overwhelmed because I'm trying to walk down my medicine. I think the last video I did, I was like at 12.5 milligrams. I got down to 5 milligrams daily of my medicine. The goal is 0, no medicine. But then I had a flare. And so that just stressed me out. Like, oh my God, am I going to be able to come off my medicine? Now I'm having a flare. This is annoying type of thing. So I was like, you know what? I'm overwhelmed. I need to take a break. Another thing that's self-care is just saying no to things that you don't want to do. One thing about me that I'm working on is I can be a little bit of a people pleaser and I have a hard time saying no. I say yes before I even thought about it. Like, do I really want to do that? Do I even have time to do that? So self-care is also just saying like, no, I don't want to do it. I can't come, I can't go, I need rest, whatever. Saying no to things you don't want to do. Another thing that can be considered self-care is just allowing yourself to cry. This is a hard one for me because I don't really cry. And if I do cry, I don't know. It's just hard for me to just cry. But sometimes we need to just let it out. You know, we go through the hustles and bustles of life trying to put on a strong face, especially if you're a strong friend and you're like, I ain't gonna cry because it's a sign of weakness. It's not. Let it out. The other day, because of me having this flare up, I just cried. I was like, I don't care. I'm just gonna sit here and cry. And it didn't make anything better, but I don't know, I felt better afterwards. Another thing, asking for help when you need it. You know, I think sometimes, like I mentioned, especially if you're a strong friend or family member or sibling or whatever, you don't like to ask for help, but it's like, that's actually a strength to say, hey, I have a community, I have friends, I have people around me that can help me when I'm down, when I just literally need physical help, whatever it is. Asking for help when you need it is another form of self-care. And then lastly is doing things that make you happy. Me, I like luxury boutique hotels. I just like doing it. I don't know where this came from, but I just like booking nice hotels and just staying and changing up my scenery. So that's what I'm doing, is staying here for the next couple of nights and then just getting away. I'm on D&D and I'm just worrying about me, myself, and I, and then just hunkering in, getting some rest, and just taking care of me for a few days. It's like, I deserve that. So I say all that to say, be selfish. Like, it's okay to be selfish. Sometimes I think we, just as human beings, especially people who care and who are empathetic, we're like, but I can't not be there for 3 days. For what people, you know, what if somebody needs me? What if somebody, who cares? You need you right now. And so when you in your little space, when you're doing self-care and you know, just kind of hunkering down on you, be a little selfish. It's okay to prioritize you. I can't say that enough, because I don't know where we got this from. Maybe it's just culture right now where it's like, go, go, go. I'll sleep when I die. I'm outside, I'm everywhere. And it's like, sometimes you just need to just sit down. Sometimes you need to just relax. Sometimes you need to just rest. Everything ain't about go, go, go. And so anyway, for me, I take my time and I rest. So again, let's talk about some self-care ideas, because I know I mentioned booking luxury hotel, this and that, but the truth of the matter is this costs. I wish this was free, but it's not. And I understand that some people might be watching this like, girl, I'm not gonna go spend, I ain't gonna tell y'all how much, on no hotel and blah, blah, blah. I can sleep at home. Okay, do whatever it is that you like, that makes you happy, that helps you to take a break. That's the whole goal. But some simple things that we don't consider that I've been trying to put into my practice in my everyday life are just simple things. So for example, and this might sound silly, but it actually is pretty helpful. One thing that I've started doing is making my bed every single day. And you might look at this and be like, making up your bed. But if you think about it, it sets you up for a productive day, because it sets the tone for the accomplishments for your day. It takes time to make up the bed. And me, like, I have like cutesy pillows and a little setup. Like when my bed is made up, it looks like a nice like bed. I have decorative pillows on my bed, matching comforter, all that. But when you complete a task the moment you wake up, so let's say a lot of people wake up, pray, might meditate, whatever. But once your feet hit the floor and you complete a task, as simple as making up your bed, it sets the tone for you to complete other small tasks throughout the day, and it helps you feel accomplished. I never really considered that until I started making up my bed, and I'm like, okay, if I can make up my bed, I can load the dishwasher. If I can load the dishwasher, I can fold those clothes, you know. And it's just small things, you know, small little tasks that you do that set you up to accomplish other little small tasks throughout the day, and then before you know it, you accomplishing big tasks. And so that's something simple, when people are like, girl, I don't never make up my bed, I just jump in and out. But another thing I like about making up my bed is it makes my room look a lot cleaner. Like, I'm a neat freak too, so when I'm, you know, walking out and I look back in my room and I see my bed made up with my luxury pillows, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a good day. Now, I don't get to do it every day. But it's something I've been trying to do. So, you know, you might not think of that as self-care, but it is, because it's helping you set the tone to accomplish things throughout the day, because all of us have busy days. Other things free that you might not consider as self-care is affirmation. Like, repeat phrases to yourself out loud. One phrase that I repeat to myself, and I'm gonna just keep saying it until it's true, is that I'm healed in Christ Jesus and I no longer need steroids. I'm still on steroids. I had to go back up on my medicine to like 7 milligrams, which is still not that high. But I repeat that positive affirmation every single day, even though some days I don't even believe it. I'm like, maybe I ain't gonna be able to come off my steroids, blah, blah, blah. But regardless, establish a positive affirmation habit first thing in the morning. So when I wake up in the morning, I say my prayers, I say my little statement, my faith statement that I'm healed in Christ Jesus and I no longer need steroids. And then what it does is it just impacts the outcome of your entire day. That's my positive statement because that's what I'm personally dealing with. But you might just say something as simple as I'm beautiful, I am loved, I am chosen, I am smart, whatever it is, but just say something positive. Too often we wake up on the wrong side of the bed, and from the moment you wake up, you got an attitude, you stressed, you worried because of your day. It's like, reshift your focus, say something positive. And like for me, even if it's something you don't necessarily believe right now, I don't know that I'm gonna no longer need steroids. I mean, I'm trying to get there, but I'm saying that by faith, and I'm at least having a positive mindset and having a hope that it will happen. And so I think speaking positively and being kind to yourself is most definitely a part of self-care, because all the negative thoughts and all the negative things we say about ourselves that we don't even realize. Like sometimes I wake up in the morning and I go look in the mirror after a good hard sleep and I'll be like, oh, I look a mess. I need to stop saying that. Even though it be true, I need to stop saying that. Like, be kind to yourself, say positive things, speak positive things over your life. Another self-care thing I enjoy doing, again, don't cost any money, is mindful walking. This is one of my favorites. The weather in Texas right now is just bipolar. Last week we were in the 30s. Today it was 83. That's why I have this on. And so I say all that to say I haven't been able to do as much mindful walking as I want to because it's cold out there, but then it's hot out there and it's just like, what's going on? But the point is, put your cares aside and just go walk and be one with nature. When I go walking around my neighborhood, I don't even be having my iPod and my iPod, whatever those earmuffs are. I don't even be having my music playing or anything. I just be present in the moment because I believe that God speaks to us through nature. So I'm like, Lord, what do you want me to see? What do you want me to hear? How can I be sensitive to the movement of the Holy Spirit in this moment? And so mindful walking is good, but it's also just good for your body. Move your body 30 minutes a day, but not in the hustle and bustle of the gym where it's a million people, everybody on treadmills, it's loud, it's this, it's that. It's like just being in the serenity of nature is another good self-care thing. Again, some of these you might look at it and be like, not for me, but I'm just sharing some things that have definitely helped me when it comes to self-care. And so I like tuning out the distractions and just being one with nature and just walking and spending time with God. And then again, it's good for my body because it moves, I'm moving my body overall, but it's not like a high intensity workout. This is just to be present and to be mindful. Another thing, again, free things I'm saying that are self-care, is treat your body with loving kindness. So I do this all the time. And what I mean by that is take yourself a nice hot shower with your favorite shower gel or your facial or whatever. Or for me, I do a whole bunch of soaps in the tub. It's good for my body, but it's also just good for my mind. Light a candle, play your favorite music, and literally imagine all of the tension and stress from your life, like literally washing away with these baths or these showers or whatever. Like, metaphorically put that into practice. Like, once I get out of this shower or out of this tub or whatever, my problems and my stress are going down the drain with the water. Again, that may not be true, but it's just, you might still have stresses and woes of life, but in that moment, just, allow yourself to just be present. And like I said, just, literally wash away your stress. You have to do little things to decrease stress. I'm telling you, we walk around with so much pent up stress, we think it's normal, and it's not. And so this is just a way to, after a long work week or even after a long work day, whatever it may be, to just unwind and spend a little time on you. Again, free things. The other thing I love doing, and I'm very notorious for this, is just the joy of doing nothing. I feel like we live in a culture now where it's like, you need to be doing something. You need to be working on your podcast. You need to be writing a book. You need to be praying. You need to be watching TV. You need to be getting caught up on your stuff. You need to be studying. And it's just like, sometimes you just need to just sit down and rest. Like, rest is biblical. God did not call us to go 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. That is not what he called us to do. If God rested on the seventh day, even he rested, then we surely can rest. And so I think just doing absolutely nothing. When I say doing nothing, I mean like not even on your phone. And I don't know, there's something about me, like I like sitting in silence. I know it's sometimes weird, but I'll sit in my apartment and then just, it won't be no music playing. It won't be no TVs going. I won't even have my phone. I'll just be sitting and just existing and not doing nothing. Or you can literally just lay on the floor and, just look up and just daydream. Just do nothing. My point is do nothing. And when I say do nothing, I mean specifically not scrolling on your phone. And just, immersing in the joy of doing absolutely nothing. I'm not calling nobody back. I'm not texting nobody back. I'm not picking up my book to study. I'm not recording the podcast. I'm just doing nothing. And I'm not saying do that 24 hours, but even if you just sit and do nothing for 45 minutes, it resets and it renews your mind, because we don't realize how overly stimulated we are because we're always on screens. We always on the go. We always ripping and running. And we think that's normal, but I'm telling you, it's not. You have to rest, because you don't want to get in a situation like me where your body makes you rest. So if you have the autonomy to pick and choose when you can do nothing, do it. On your day off, it don't have to be filled up with a million errands, or even if it is, start your day off or at some point in the day, do absolutely nothing and find joy in that. Last couple things is to drop the comparisons. I think we live in a time too, especially with social media, and people may not want to admit it, but it will have you thinking that you're behind in life, or that stuff is happening for other people that may or may not happen for you, and you just get to comparing, like, I'm 32 and I don't have kids yet. It seems like everybody pregnant, or I'm this age and I'm not married yet. Everybody just got engaged, or I'm dealing with this autoimmune disease and they outside doing them. Dang, and so be kind to yourself and drop the comparisons. Focus on you and what makes you shine, because you have your own journey in life. We all have our own journeys, and whatever is for us is going to be for us, is going to make its way towards us in God's timing. And so we just have to be kind to ourselves and not compare ourselves to other people's journeys. And then just focus on your own gifts and talents, and simply your ability to be kind, not only to other people, but most importantly to yourself. Because I think we be so hard on ourselves. Like, why am I not here already? Or why am I not doing that already? Like, life is a lot. It is a journey. It is a marathon. It is not a sprint. So be kind to yourself and drop the comparison, but also let go of the need to be perfect. I think sometimes we're like, but everybody's looking at me. People are judging me. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Like, nobody's perfect. Anyway, this is just a reminder that you are beautifully imperfect and wonderfully complex. So, don't compare yourself to other people. It just is what it is. God is blessing them how he is blessing them. He's going to bless you and use you how he's going to bless and use you. But you have to be a vessel to be used. And that starts with knowing your worth in Christ and not comparing yourself to other people. I know that's hard to do, and people say, I don't compare, but it's almost inevitable when you look at social media and everybody's highlight reel. Lastly is work-life balance. I personally believe this is something I do well at, but it's something that I just want to remind people. Identify areas of your life that are out of balance, and then just work to get those into balance. So when you think about your work life, your home life, physical activity, fun, family time, friends, romance, at the end of the day, none of us have it all figured out, but, just trying to make time for it all, but also putting you in the midst of that too. And so just work towards creating a balance. Me personally, and I say this all the time, and I'm going to continue to say it, is I take 10 days off every other month. That's just what I have to do. What's crazy is I actually haven't been getting approved for my 10 days off. The last time I had 10 days off was in January of this year. For whatever reason, they just kept on denying my PTO. And so they finally approved it, and that's why I was like, I'm going to give me a hotel. I'm going to do the whole thing, because it's been since January since I had my 10 standard days off. But since the time I became a nurse, I adopted that because I am a NICU nurse and I love what I do and I love the babies and they're all my little nieces and nephews and I take care of them like they family. But that pulls at your heartstrings. It's a lot. Like, these aren't just, all these babies aren't just like cute, cuddly, yay. Like some of them are really sick. Some of them don't make it, different things like that. And that's a lot on me mentally. So it's like, if I don't have balance where I'm at work, being compassionate, pouring out of my cup, but also when I'm off and I'm pouring into my own cup, refilling my own cup, then I can't be there for my patients. And with me saying that, I would be remiss if I didn't just talk to the nurses. I have a lot of nurse colleagues and a lot of friends who are nurses and nurse practitioners and doctors and, just work in the healthcare field in general. And to be honest, it's just been so disheartening to see the number of healthcare professionals who have taken their own lives since the height of the pandemic. As healthcare professionals, we pour out of our cups constantly. We're always being empathetic. We're always being compassionate, and compassion fatigue is a real thing. So I think it's imperative as a nurse, doctor, nurse practitioner, PA, whatever you are, if you are a healthcare provider for other people's wellness, that you prioritize yourself. And I think sometimes as nurses specifically, we're like, well, they need us. We short-staffed, and my patients and this and that, baby, they gonna be fine. They'll figure it out. Because if we are in a service job, we give so much of ourselves, like I said, with the compassion and the empathy, care, comfort all the time. If we don't take a step back and say, wait, where's my own compassion? Where's my own empathy? Then we're gonna lose it. And I think one reason why almost 4 years into my nursing journey that I'm not burnt out is because I take my 10 days off every other month and I don't overwork myself, because at the end of the day, I can't pour from an empty cup. So it's like, if I need to pour into my patients' lives and their families' lives and things like that, I have to do whatever it's going to take to pour into my own life first. I have to be the priority. And so, I just have to say that, we, to be our best for our patients, we have to be our best for ourselves. And they don't teach us this stuff in nursing school and medical school and all that, but hey, it's gonna be hard on you. You gonna be stressed. You gonna see people die. You gonna see people cry. You gonna see people at their worst. Maybe you should use your PTO. No, they make you feel like you need to be there all the time. You need to always show up. You need to be ready. And while in some cases that's true, baby, use your PTO. Take off work. Call in. Take a mental health day. I'm big on that. And any of my nurse colleagues that I've trained or that have worked around me know I will tell them that and say that until I'm blue in the face. Take your PTO. I take my 10 days off, but I also believe that's why, after 4 years on nights, I'm still pushing and I'm not overly tired or burnt out or like, man, I can't see myself as a nurse in 2 years. I don't feel that way. I still definitely feel compassionate and empathetic, and I still love what I do, but I do take time off. So my nurse friends, if you don't get nothing else from this video, just please use your PTO, take your mental health days, prioritize yourself, take time for you, because again, we cannot pour from an empty cup. So I'll say all that to say, just to wrap things up, before the hustle and bustle of the holidays get here, and we with our friends and our family, just take some time to prioritize you. Do something nice for yourself. For me, I got this hotel room, and I'm gonna enjoy it, get some rest, do whatever I want to do, dance around. I don't know. I'm just not at home. I just have a different scenery, and it's just a fun experience for me. I like boutique hotels. Whatever makes you happy. That might be getting a massage. That might be taking a weekend trip. That might be just sleeping. Whatever it is, you deserve a break. We all work hard, and we all dealing with the craziness of life. Like, life is crazy. I'm not gonna go into how crazy things are around the world and America and all that. It's just not even a point. We all live in it. And so when you think about that, and the fact that every single day you getting up, you pushing through, you still going to work, you still taking care of your kids, you still showing up for family, you still doing everything that you within your own strength can do, you deserve a break. And so again, self-care does not have to be wildly expensive. I just talked about 4 or 5 different things that were free. It just has to be intentional. And just don't forget, get back to you. Do what makes you happy, what makes you smile. Think about, man, when was the last time I really laughed? When was the last time I really smiled or felt a little bit of joy? Because I feel like, especially now, we just always worried about the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, when we really just need to take a moment and just exist in the current thing. We alive, God got us. And so it's just do whatever it is that's going to remind you and get you back to you, and just decrease the stress is the biggest thing, because it's hard to not stress, but when you do nice things that you like and that you enjoy, it will help decrease the stress just a little bit. Just a little bit. But anyway, put in the comments below some of the self-care things you enjoy. I know I just mentioned a few things and I talked about stuff I like, but you know, for some people it might be going shopping or whatever. You know, I was trying to say stuff that wasn't expensive. But share in the comments down below what type of things you've done for yourself recently, or what are some self-care things that you just enjoy in general, or give other people ideas. We're all a community here, so let's learn from one another. But again, with that being said, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Please follow me on Instagram. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Until next time, bye.